If there was a game of mastermind for modern cars, this would be the unequivocal new champion. Meet the world's smartest car, the all-new 10th generation Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The midsizer has taken over from the S-Class as the German brand's pioneer for new technology and innovations, and arrives in Australia this month with a 3-model initial lineup that includes 2 turbo diesel engines and an entry-level petrol 4-cylinder model. But the family will grow to become one of the widest model ranges in Benz's showroom over the coming years, with at least 3 more sedan variants due within the next 6 months, including higher grade models and the new entry-level AMG E43, with wagons, coupes, convertibles and petrol-electric hybrids set to follow. Until then, the range starts at $89,900 for the E200 with its 2-litre turbo petrol engine that produces 135 kilowatts and 300 newton meters, while the E220D that we're testing here comes with an all-new turbo diesel engine that produces 143 kilowatts and 400 newton meters and costs just an extra $3,000. So, just how smart is this E-Class? Well, for starters, it takes over the technological pioneering position of the S-Class as Mercedes-Benz's flagship for new technologies. With that, it comes with a bunch of world premiere firsts. For starters, this car is as close as you can get to an autonomous car. The steering assist pilot system is the next evolution in autonomous driving technology. It basically uses the stereo camera and the radar system, but doesn't need to read the road markings in the road. Instead, it picks up things like guardrails on the side, signposts even on the side of the road, and other cars around you to work out where the car needs to be positioned. The car can also park itself. In Europe, you can actually get out of the car, press the remote control, and it will find the car park and drive it in. But here in Australia, that is not necessarily legal due to legislation. So the driver can sit in the car, nose in, nose out, perpendicular, parallel parking. This car can do it all. If you do happen to be involved in a crash, there's also a number of functions that they've introduced on this E-Class to help prevent even more injuries. Firstly, there's little airbags in the side of the seats here that if it detects a side impact, it'll actually push the driver further towards the center of the car, allowing greater space for the airbag protection. The stereo system will also emit a sound of about 80 decibels, which sparks a reflex action in your eardrum to protect it from a louder impact from the crash itself. Pretty smart stuff. It's based on the same architecture that the baby C-Class introduced, which means it's not only lighter, stronger, but it is more agile and quieter on the road. It feels beautifully refined on the road, even on these standard steel springs. There's an element of compliance about it that just makes it effortless and easy to drive in any environment. It's also magnificently quiet as well, with very little road noise, even on this coarse chip surface that we're on now. The steering has got a nice element of weight to it and is quite responsive, and the overall balance is really sure-footed and neutral. As for the engines, the 2-litre turbo diesel, an all-new engine family from Mercedes-Benz, is beautifully refined, free revving for a diesel with great mid-range urgency, and amazingly efficient with a 4.1 litre per 100 kilometre claim. The new 9-speed automatic transmission also makes best use of that engine. It's got a broad spread of ratios that allows you to effortlessly cruise along. The interior though does borrow from the S-Class. There's 2 great big 12.3-inch colour screens in front of me here, and then the huge central navigation system which has all of that sat-nav and Bluetooth technology, the vehicle functions. There are a myriad of things that you can alter in this car. And the cabin just has this sense of airiness, a great sense of space about it. The vision out the car is fantastic, rear vision's good, there's plenty of space in the back seat for 2 adults to sit relatively comfortably or 3 kids, and it's a really comfortable place to sit for the driver too. All in all, the 10th generation E-Class is a very smart and classy car on every front. It fast forwards the future of some technologies to today and improves on the technology of yesterday in others.